on the last episode.
I'm sorry.
And so it continues. I love that. So this is we've broken her.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Damn, they put you right where you fucking left off. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should we bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll
They're not
indulge
different
you if
questions,
that's what it
they're
takes
actually
to get you moving.
I forgot how much I hated you. Where's where the fuck's my water? Here it is.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I died either way. I died while fighting her.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Oh my god.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you
That's
did
Matt Berry
everything
right
you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
How dare you speak that way of my wife?
I beg to differ.
That's race, man.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I tried to. They overpowered me.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
They didn't have consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
The gist of what I get is I'm in a different world entirely.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Oh, I know what happens after. I fucking stayed somewhere with some 8-armed woman for 1,000 years.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
But she didn't. Because I'm here, and I would be dead if that was the case.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Yep.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time is because I let her. She can barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in the basement? Yeah, that one.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I am up to the task. I've killed her. I killed her 3 times, actually.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave.
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her.
This is saving her.
Seriously?
Self-voicing
You're just going
enabled.
to
No.
Turn around and
The
leave?
narrative. Self-voicing
You even know
disabled.
where
No,
you're
what the
going.
fuck? Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm pretty okay with the world ending. I relish in the coming of the new dawn beyond of our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
I was there for a little bit. It wasn't too bad.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
I'm happy. Happy you caught on to that.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
This fucking shapeshifter motherfucker. Turn around again. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't
I am.
you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Forever? Forever, ever?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I will do this all fucking day. I'm not killing her.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's not a single damsel in sight.
Where's the women?
Hold up.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You found yourself in a long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's a distant rumbling in the sound of many sounds. Undulation pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in empty spaces. The hands! Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around you. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. The vessel is full of you. It is useless to use it if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing you against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. This bitch killed me again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
She fucking
And in the
two-pieced
basement
me.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm not happy about that. She killed me. I wasn't even trying to fight her this time. I was trying to be all chilled and shit. She killed me. Okay. Killing a princess isn't kind of bad. Doesn't count. Can't someone else do it? Forget this. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Forget this. I'm
Are
not
you
doing this.
serious?
Yeah.
No, you have to do it.
She's killed me multiple times. This time I wasn't even there. The end of the world. Have you considered that maybe the only reason why she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While
up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I don't know about that.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay, so your point of view is pretty much it doesn't matter what the fuck we do. It's always the same outcome if she comes out, no matter how she looks. Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Killing a princess. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Hey! I've done these already, have I not? Yeah. These I haven't done yet. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, does it not? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I had a hard life. Maybe my life's been difficult.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
It's not necessarily that I'm evil. It's more like there is no real reason for me to have to do this. Like, I have no reason to continue this on. I've died a lot. I know how death is. I know what the void is. The end of the world. Killing Caesar's princess. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I've died. There is no reward.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's
Okay.
a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you
That's a
it's
crock
going
of
to be
shit.
even better
I don't
than
believe
your
you.
wildest imagination.
I don't believe you. Okay. I have 2 more explorers
I'm
left.
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
No more people.
You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Killing the princess seemed kind of bad. I want to see. Let me hear the
You're
evidence.
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't like that you're trying to tell me what to do. I don't like that. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Exactly.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will.
So
unless
how?
You do something about it.
But how? Explain that to me, though.
The more
Yeah.
specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job.
But what is it?
She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Is this an Antichrist type of thing we're talking about? Where like,
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
oh, I see. Oh, don't
If
fucking don't
anything,
socialist
slaying a
me.
princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Some queens are really good. I'll silently continue the cabin. I'll just go to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Okay, well, okay.
She will lie.
Okay, Eddie
she will
Guerrero.
cheat,
You get it, Eddie Guerrero.
and she will do
It's Eddie
everything
Guerrero.
in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
It's Eddie Guerrero.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a prince.
I heard
Ignore
this
him.
part.
He doesn't know.
I've heard this part already. I don't want to hear that part again. I've already heard that part last time.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is your.
I'm gonna take the blade, but this time I'm gonna put the
You
blade
take the
down
from the table.
when I go speak to her.
It'd be rather difficult to.
Because last time I didn't take the
door to
blade,
basement creaks
and I
open,
got packed for it.
revealing a
I
staircase
packed myself.
faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp,
This is a new one.
a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her voice carried.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
No, we did the high. Continues downstairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I remember my promise. We're actually gonna talk this out. We're not gonna fight. We're gonna talk
Focus
this out.
on the task at hand.
That was my promise from last time.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm here to talk to you. No. Steal your nerves. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
She ripped her hand off last time.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I agree with that. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand
Trembling.
and drops to the floor with an
Trembling?
unceremonious clang.
Never trembling.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
That's the goal.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
I sit down in Indian style, legs crossed and everything.
We'll be fine.
We will be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I'm not gonna need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Is it an awkward start? I see you became a flesh demon. A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Do you love me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
I don't know that's what that means. I don't think that's what that means. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There are people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Oh, that's what. How long have you been down here? Okay, we've talked enough. There are people out there who want to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
What do you mean? She knows why I'm here. She's been arrested for fucking thousands of years.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Russell Wilson. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I was hoping you'd tell me. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them. What are you going to do if you let... I don't want to deflect. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yep.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear the truth.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
It can mean like some type of transparency would be nice.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Shut up.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
I like how
We
they bold
stand
it. They
to lose
bold
everything.
that word.
All for the sake of one person. And a subjugating monarch, no less.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I didn't ask you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
She did it already.
But she is. I'm sure of it.
How long have you been? She already. I want to hear this one because this is a different her this time.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll... She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna show you love and compassion.
You know why you're here.
I was asked to show you love and compassion. Keep the lock away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
She will, but I don't want to kill her.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'm not. I'm showing her compassion, which is what she's been wanting.
You're doing the right thing.
Exactly.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
He made them strong. He's a D&D fucking
If you don't
Dungeon
have
Master.
the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't, you have any besides me cutting you out of here? I want to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still laying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out
door is
of the
locked
basement,
again.
but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
There's a narrator.
There's someone else here. You try the door, but it's locked
I've done this
from the
already.
outside. You're here to slay. Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself once.
Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her.
I'm not
like
trying
you
to.
were. Easier for whom? Easier for,
For everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You got it, ma'am.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
That's totally fine. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just
Wide
above
eye.
the massive,
She just, like,
unyielding chain.
Fucking wide-eyed.
You cut into her flesh.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Nope.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Okay.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Because she's a space demon.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yes, ma'am. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
You're making a choice for me.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Me and my bird hand.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
She knew about it. She already knew. She fucking has 6th sense.
Stop it. Stop resisting. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't care. I've died already. I've died horrible ways. Slay, 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 resist. Slay, 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 resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yes, you beautiful woman, you.
I'll make this quick.
You can actually make it quick. Unlike the other girl who stabbed me like 50 fucking times.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
You will.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Ugh.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
This is the end, isn't it?
No, we get back up.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Now you get back up. The Prisoner. Ooh, chapter 2. Ooh, chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Oh, you bastard! I'm in it now.
My tricks. What on earth are you
I've got you.
talking about? We
I've
just
got
met
you,
for the first
motherfucker.
time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Skeptic,
I
yep.
wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Yep.
There's got to be a way out of it. For us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
No save, no save.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Keep it that way.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
I'm not trying to keep secret from you. I'm telling you what's facts
And as
is.
far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large?
The only issues I've had is you.
About the stakes of this situation, less.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? He's gonna sit here and say the whole "you didn't listen to me." That's what happened because you didn't listen to me.
Very different questions, but let's say for a moment that this really is the second. You died last time
Because you didn't listen to me.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last
Nope,
time?
he's
do you?
gonna say,
That
"No, I
doesn't
don't."
Sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason.
Was it for a
Did
good
you try
reason?
and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
You haven't been at all this entire time.
Sure you are.
Exactly.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds
what-
to me
that's
like
what
you're
every woman
making a
says,
rather
sound like.
dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that
Yeah, I've
it's
heard
the
this
latter.
before.
What do you think the people there lived happily ever after? What a
yeah.
conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Exactly.
Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Because of you.
You're talking in circles.
Yep.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Nope.
Just be quick about it. She just can. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
He knows that, but he doesn't want to tell us.
What proof could you possibly ask for?
A fucking story.
Literally anything.
Exactly.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Check pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across
Evidence.
the front.
Evidence.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
That isn't my handwriting. This is either you or H, and I don't do either one.
I wish I could tell you more, but
Either
there are
one would
some
never be done
rules
like that.
I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Exactly.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. People locked her in that basement, and
Oh, he didn't do anything? Okay. Why aren't you
told
telling
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job
Okay, we've
more
heard this.
difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but
Heard this.
look.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay,
know
so
it was
he says special. The other time was the fighter was the one that took it.
Of course you're special. Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Just get to the cabin. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind,
Proceed to the cabin.
a warning. She will
Uh-huh,
lie. Yes.
uh-huh.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
I'm
Just
mad
ignore
to
this
skip that.
clown and focus on.
The mirror's gonna be there again. I feel the mirror's gonna be there again. Yep.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror. This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Maybe.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I have been twice.
So focus up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach
Let's go
forward
again.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous. But there was a mirror a second ago,
There was.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be back.
Yep.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Her fucking left and rights, man. The way she throws those
Peachy.
bombs are
We'll be
fucking
fine.
weapons.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
She was throwing bombs, man. Bombs. Hitting me like fucking Tyson was swinging at me and shit. I don't get to say what happened.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
It was gonna be used.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving
Moving
on.
on. Moving on. C'est la vie.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
No, she doesn't. This is a much better condition than the other ones.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I'm coming.
Does she remember us?
She must.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
More
princess.
chains.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands
Something
in her
happened.
lap.
I guess because she escaped twice, they ensured that she doesn't get off of here.
So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Well,
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
it was, yeah.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not gonna bury your heart. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Okay.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Smart woman.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
This is not cuffed, is it? This is a little gap right there.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
To marry you. No, to figure out what's going on. My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before. What happened after I died last time? Were you chained to the wall? Who did it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just, no. My intentions, what do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
She knows what you're saying.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Shut up, man. Let me do my job, bro.
Unless she really could survive.
Yeah.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Interest doesn't matter to me. I gotta figure you out. I was told to love you. I've been here before, and I'm the only one who remembers that. What happened after I died? How am I supposed to cut you off? You didn't notice your head is in shackles too.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She is suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Yep.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Well, I've died more to that blade than her anyway, so.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Bullshit.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yep. That's how I feel too. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay, you remember me. Good.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Yes.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
No, it didn't.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Okay.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
No, I think you're... No, I think you're overanalyzing. I think the thing with you is because you can't remember it, you don't understand what we're seeing right now, which is not your fault. But you're also not telling me anything. You're not explaining to me why she'll end the world. But put her in this position. Like, why does it have to be me? Just saying I'm special doesn't mean anything. Do you have any idea of the void entity that I know of? Like, what's going on?
A contingency for
for you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Well, I thank you for standing to the side.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
The facts.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
So he's aware of it.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Thank you. So he's aware of it. Now I know he's aware of it, I'm gonna be on his ass.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Hell no.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Sometimes it makes sense to be in the
The
dark.
more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Just don't speak for me.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Nope, I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I shouldn't, you're right. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now
Okay.
you're back.
Okay.
Is that really all she knows?
It's
I
not
believe
like
it.
we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Yeah, I believe that though.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Yeah. The other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I'm not against that idea though. You realize that I have as much no. Well, these are new answers though. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a knife. I'm not giving you a weapon.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
Yeah, because you know your future regardless.
I'm extremely patient.
Nah, the last one you wasn't.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Yeah, she's really strong. I'm not giving you a weapon in case you forgot and you killed me with it last time. But I asked him, I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon.
The last time we met, your body tried to kill me. If you take a moment to imagine yourself in my position, I think you'll understand why letting you near me with that thing is untenable.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with
So,
that.
be a good bird and hand it over.
And
if being nice isn't enough motivation, well, I think you're aware that I'm not afraid to resort to violence.
we don't want that.
If you come near me with that thing, I will strangle you with these chains.
And she will do it. I believe her.
She doesn't beat around the bush, does she?
Nor should she.
Yes, it's almost like she's a fundamentally bad person who wishes to inflict pain on others.
Or it's another bluff.
No, it's not a bluff.
No hard feelings, of course. But you should be aware of my position.
I am. You're the one that changed it. Everyone should be negotiating. Me, not you. Nah. I tried these already. She's gonna choke me, she says. If you don't give up now, no.
Usually you'd be right. But this isn't exactly a usual situation. I'm not someone you can wait out.
Mm-hmm.
We've already been over this. I'm more patient than you'll ever be.
I feel like the moment I get up to go inspect that shackle, she's gonna kill me. And we'll give it a try.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be
Okay.
stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Most likely.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
You're the one saying the
He
story.
doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Yep.
But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
I don't know. You've been lying most of the time. You said you weren't even aware of this, and now I come to find out you are consciously aware of what's happening. I don't believe you at all, though. Like, I don't. Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
She's like, where are you gonna chain it to?
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Okay.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically
It's
leaps
around
from
the
your
neck.
hands,
Oh.
settling around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are we stuck here now?
It seems like it.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
But we could talk a bit.
What are we supposed to do now?
Just exist.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
It means I'm supposed to be on it.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
We're stuck here.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
That's
At
horrible.
least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms
Oh,
everything
stop
around
it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, sorry. I
I
had to...
suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Okay. Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk.
I'm sorry.
That's rude.
Yeah, exactly. You see it? Oh!
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us had
Exactly.
started to erode.
Because it's not where it's supposed to
She
be.
hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Oh,
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass.
are we gonna be buried
and
alive?
until suddenly, there are no walls.
And then,
He's gone. The narrator's gone.
and
I think he's gone.
Yep.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Yep.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
What happened?
she's gone. Where did she go?
Where did she go?
She-
What happened?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You've been here before, and you always get scared. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
We'll be back.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
There is no more after this. This is it. Approach the mirror. Gives you your reflection. Silence as you reach for, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like I've changed in this? When does all that, then how you know what to do? You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? No, let me ask.
Is a
in order.
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Yeah, everything does feel like a riddle with her. I don't know why. She just doesn't give you a straight answer.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
You're a Latina, aren't you?
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this? You know, at the end, when I go back, invisible walls close around me. Why do I do nothing the same as before? You have kinder to me than anyone else I met. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna just say thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Felt that.
Eyes close in reflection.
Okay.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Okay.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was.
Okay. I like this.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
You're always a new person. That's what every time we meet, you're a different person.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I'm not gonna kill you. When we go back as if it's an invisible wall, what do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
When I go back, do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So you don't have any preferences on how you change or grow? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? How many more do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky,
She said that last
and
time.
I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and
She said that last time. What do you feel about me?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You're not falling in love with me because you love me. You fall in love with me because there's no one else to love. I'm literally the only person you could be with. So you don't have any preferences?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. When I go back,
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
so I have to do. Okay.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I actually want that ending. Let's go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
You got it, ma'am.
We will meet again.
You will. Everything goes dark, and you die.